Hi, and welcome back. This is part 3 in my wrap-up chat with Cindy Martell Brown, who has turned the experience with fear from a young age into lessons she applies even today. And she is one of the co-authors of a brilliant new book called From Resilience to Brilliance. I'm Maria Tomas Keegan, and this is part of my continuing series of interviews with women who have inspiring stories to tell and who are role models for the rest of us when it comes to learning to thrive. That's why I call this show Tips for the Transition. Hi, Cindy.
Hello.
Everyone I know has dealt with fear at some point in their lives, and most of us to continue to feel it creep in when things don't go the way we expect them to. So I would love for you to share what you've learned about dealing with fear so others can be reminded what they can do.
What I have learned about dealing with fear is, for myself personally, fear is something that I must take on. I must walk through to get to the other side, to grow, to learn. I have promised myself that I will keep learning, and I'm super passionate about that learning and growing. So for me, it is walking through those fearful situations to get to the other side to see the beauty. Another thing is that I kind of live by and think about is that there is beauty in every struggle. The things that we struggle with, it's a little bit of a longer process, and I think it goes deeper into our souls and just makes us stronger people. And then I guess another thing that I live by is you can do whatever it is that you dream up. I used to think that those dreams were things that were just to be kept in my head and just thought about and maybe fantasized about, but to know that I wanted to be a business owner. I dreamt it up. I felt it. I didn't think it was real, and realized I can make it real, and I can do that for myself. And that is what I've done, just definitely a proud business owner, and proud of the things that I have done to make my dreams come true.
That's so inspiring to me, Cindy. You are a beautiful role model for others who let fear hold them back to the point where they don't step out and do what they dream of doing. And you said, I love the way you said it. It could just stay in your head. And then what good is the dream if we can't step out and make it happen, so that we actually can realize the feelings that we could get when that dream comes true. So I think you have found 3 important lessons from living with fear, and we've talked about it being from the age of 5. We haven't really told that story. Is that a short story you can tell real quick?
I have lots of stories.
The 5-year-old one is the one I'd love to hear.
I guess there is, in 3rd, 2nd grade. So what would I have been?
Maybe 7.
7. I remember sitting in the classroom, and all the classmates are, all the kids are sitting around me, and I just found myself looking around, trying to find someone to say, hey, can we, you want to talk or I was trying to distract other kids in the classroom that were so focused on this teacher that was in front of us. Come to find out, I had some pretty serious hearing issues, and the teacher brought it to my mother's attention because I kept saying, huh. So from kindergarten, first grade, and second grade, I missed out on all of that learning because no one realized I wasn't hearing so well. And because of that, I was held back in second grade, and that was very tough and damaging. And I think that kind of intertwines with my writing, my speaking. That's kind of the start of it. So that actually probably is a way longer story.
Yeah.
But that is, when you ask me that question, like how far it goes back to, it kind of brings me right back to that moment. So.
Yeah, and I can understand how that experience or those experiences over those years, being so young, that it may have instilled that sense of not being good enough,
For sure.
because you weren't the same as the other kids, and they were more focused, they were hearing, and yeah, that's a tough one. I can understand where that might be the starting point for you, where fear is concerned, and how it might continue to manifest in ways that cause you to believe that you may not be good enough, like you're not good enough to be a writer. Yet, you wrote a part of this book.
I sure did. And I'm super proud. And that was just another scary thing for me that I decided to do and push through. And here we are now. It's been a great journey.
Yeah, that's terrific. I'm proud of you, for you. And so is there one last thing you'd like to leave with our viewers?
I would. This quote that I've put together, that's I believe at the end of my chapter, and it's another thing that I will be living by, and it is, do not be paralyzed by fear. Embrace the opportunity and flourish.
Oh, flourish. That's such a good word, isn't it?
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Cindy. I really appreciate your sharing this so vulnerably. It touches my heart, and I know that a lot of people will learn something from your experience that they can apply to their own. So one last thing, I would love for you to tell us, what is the very best way that people can reach out to you if they would like to?
Email is great. My email is kind of long. It is my first name, Cindy, and my company name, Cindy at martelbenefitservices.com. I don't know if you want me to spell it. I can if you need me to.
No, not at all, because it will appear at the bottom of the screen.
Beautiful. I'm also on Facebook at Martel Benefits, and
that's it. That's good. Those are two good places. We'll probably just put your website address at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, or your email rather. All right. I thank you so much, Cindy. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks everyone for watching. And be sure to look for the book, From Resilience to Brilliance, because I think you're going to love the stories in it. I would love to leave you with one last thought. It is my deep desire that these conversations I have with these women will inspire you to know that you are not alone. Many of us have gone through similar experiences, and we're here to help. I believe it's our time to thrive, and I would love it if you would join me on that journey. Till next time, I'm Maria Tomas Keegan.